What? Come again?
Put your finger down if you pretended that your Wi-Fi lagged just so that you cannot speak on a call.
Ah, for the liars.
Yes.
Sorry, not liars. Technical challenge. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right.
Some people already have 5 fingers down.
Interesting.
Very
interesting.
prophetic.
I've been on meetings with some of you. Put a finger down if you replied thanks to an email you didn't actually read. We
Guilty as
know
charged.
of you. All right. Put a finger down if you've joined the meeting, said good morning, and immediately went on mute for the whole meeting.
Yeah.
You know yourself. If you didn't finish your project, you know you just muted yourself.
Sir, please put your finger down. Oh, it's down. Thank you.
Wow. Is there anybody still with 10 fingers up?
Yeah, we have saints on this end.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow. All right. Next up. Put a finger down if you've walked during your lunch break, even though you swore you would never walk through lunch. Anybody?
Who is this putting their finger
Anybody?
down? Some people never miss lunch.
All right.
Okay, that's fair.
Put a finger down if you've forgotten to attach a file. After writing, please find attached. Interesting.
That's interesting. A whole hand gone.
Oh my goodness, somebody's whole hand. I see one of our judges is left with one hand. All right. Put a finger down if you've had a colleague schedule a meeting at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday. 4:30, your colleague has scheduled a meeting at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday. I know we all love our Fridays. 4:30 p.m. I know some of you are eyeing somebody like, it's you. Yeah, it's you. No, it's not me. I've never done that. Put a finger down if you celebrated a meeting being cancelled like it's a public holiday. I like this table here. All right. Put a finger down if you've hidden your online status on Teams or Slack just to get some real work done. Or is it the opposite now? All right. Last of all, I want you to take a look at your neighbor's fingers. I want to see the people who are left with only one finger up. Put a finger down if you've said, circling back on this, even though you didn't actually do anything. You've been given a project, you said you're going to work on it, but in real sense, you didn't actually touch the project. All right, that was the end of the 10 questions. Now tell me, who still has one finger up? Who still has one finger up? Sell them out, come on, sell them out. All right, my favorite colleagues, kindly stand up so that we can honor you. All right, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Now we're going to move on to the ceremony of this event. I know it's something that most of us have actually been waiting on. I hope during lunchtime you guys had a hearty meal, but I know it's usually tough to get the attention of the audience, especially after lunch. I'll start seeing some people praying or nodding their heads, yeah. But I'll keep on interacting with you, but I know the sessions that are about to come up, they're going to be lively. So up next, or rather, let me get some feedback from some of you of how far or what do you think about the event so far? I want to look at people who haven't actually spoken to me. Now I see people dropping down their eyes. Come on.
especially.
For what's to come. Thank you.
Interesting. A clap for her. All right. I'm going to give the opportunity to about, let's say, 2 more people. Interesting. These are
Say something.
Hello guys, that the first session we learned a lot. We are still young, as you have said, we are Gen Zs. We are from university. We are trying to gain some of the stuff that are being taught at this place, so that talk up will have something with us. Thank you.
Thank you. A clap for him. And last but not least, let's give one of my favorite members of the audience a chance to say something.
Hi, everybody.
Have you heard that?
Hi, everybody.
Wonderful. That's one of our future young innovators coming to be.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dave, for that engagement. Now, at this particular moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to enter into our official opening. And we'll have our remarks, and thereafter, sort of an engagement high-level panel. Then we'll finish up with the other 5 pitches. We already had the first 5 pitches, and we're going to be having the last 5 before we close today's session, break into networking session, and thereafter finish day 1. So to kickstart this official opening of Kenya Space Innovation and Investment Forum 2025, it's taken a lot of people to make this happen. I'm talking about VIFA Consult, I'm talking about Kenya Space Agency, I'm talking about Research Institute for Innovation and Sustainability, RIS. I'm talking about UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, also Women in Space Kenya, WISC, and Space Generation Advisory Council. These are our partners that have enabled us to make this go down. And even as we continue discussing the utility in space technologies to address different issues that we're facing as a continent and as a country, it will be my pleasure to kickstart this opening forum with one of the men that has put so much effort to make sure that we are having this particular forum, and he's a visionary, he's a connector, and he's a man that sees opportunity in every space that he's in. Please put your hands together and welcome the MD VIFA Consult, Victor Otieno, for his welcome remarks. Mpigeni makofi tafadhali. Appreciate Victor Otieno until he's here. Where's Victor? He's coming slowly. He's been out of space, but he's going to be landing sooner than later. All right, we have our chief guest coming from a holding room. If we can just be upstanding in respect and also appreciation for these wonderful partners and leaders in this space. We really appreciate you. Gentlemen, karibuni sana. Welcome to this particular session. This is the Kenya Space Innovation and Investment Forum 2025. Asanteni sana. If our chief guests can we start us. Do we have our national anthem ready? Ladies and gentlemen, look at your neighbor, ask them, do you know the East African anthem? So that we can give them enough time to Google, some of you. Okay, are we ready? Thank you very much. Let's have our national anthem, the East African anthem, please. Thank you very much. We can have our seats, please. Wow, it's a beautiful afternoon. Our chief guest, Karibuni Sana. We appreciate you for making time to be with us here today. My name is Noah Kimboy, and I'm one of the moderators in this section, and I have my very able colleague here.
I am David Ngoke, software engineer, Kenya Space Agency, also co-moderator for today's event.
Thank you very much, David. And without wasting much time, of course, we'd like to begin our official program this afternoon, even as we mark the Kenya Space Innovation and Investment Forum 2025. It is imperative that we have these discussions as a country if at all we are to move forward. And the beautiful thing is we have representation from across the world in this room. So it's going to be an amazing one. And to lead us to give the welcoming remarks, I'd like to welcome the MD of the Consult. Please help me welcome Victor Otieno. Beginning my coffee, I highly appreciate him as he comes on stage. Until he arrives, he's dressed in an African fashion. Gentle is yours.
Mr. Noah, you're good with the mic. Standing on all existing protocols, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Sure, we've all had lunch. My name is Victor Otieno. I'm the Managing Director at VIFA Consult, where our mission is to be able to support MSMEs and startups through evidence-based conversations. We work largely with enterprise support organizations. We work with national governments, regulators, county governments, development partners for us to be able to have support MSMEs. So VIFA is a think tank, as I mentioned. We work, as I mentioned, with different BMOs. We are part of a number of networks in Kenya. We are part of the Association of Startup and SME Enablers of Kenya, ASIC. We are part of the Association of Countrywide Innovation Hubs. So these are networks of different hubs across the country. We are part of different networks in terms of blockchain in Kenya, data infrastructure, COP, under the Kenya Space Agency. And of course, this has allowed for VIFA to be an ecosystem, ideas and across different sectors and county governments. So you would find that VIFA is working within the space sector, blue economy sector, and different other sectors. And we're able to, where we sit, we're able to have conversations with different players. So my remarks are going to be in three parts, just to give us context. I know we have technical people here, so I will try as much as possible to use simple language so that we're able to understand. So the big problem that we have, what we're trying to solve in our partnership with KSA and all the different stakeholders is, number one is looking at jobs. So we have a big challenge in Kenya in terms of jobs and poverty. So we have around 1 million young people who enter the labor market and are not able to secure jobs or economic opportunities. We have a very high poverty rate of over 30% and growing. The second area is the value proposition of the space technology in solving this problem. So even as having this summit, these are the things that I hope that probably can be at the back of our minds. And of course, lastly is just a practical call for action. I'm a big advocate of being pragmatic and being very practical. So we don't just sit in a summit, talk about things and go back to our homes and do nothing. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya stands at a socio-economic crossroad. We have a crossroad where we have to pass in terms of we need to find a way in which we can be able to engage the over 1 million young people who enter the labor market annually. So this statistics is a World Bank statistics and was cited in 2015. So you can imagine if you're getting 1 billion young people coming to the labor market annually, since 2015, that's almost 10 million people who are looking for opportunities. And we believe the space sector can be able to absorb some of them. So the second area in terms of challenges, of course, as I mentioned, we have a big challenge around poverty, eradication. And of course, government has two options. Number one is, of course, what we've seen is public sector expenditure. So if you look at the Kenyan economy over the last 10 years, it has ideally grown through public sector expenditure and activities, which gives a sense of GDP growth, but it's not really growth because private sector is left behind. So we've seen government also implement programs such as affordable housing as a way through which it can be able to create jobs. That's an option. The other option, of course, is government creating an enabling business environment through public-private sector partnership and export market development to ensure that we're able to support Kenyan MSMEs and startups. And we can see the Kenya Space Agency emulating this in the sense of being actively engaging the private sector, actively supporting the sector in terms of creating an environment that allows for them to thrive and just being able to partner with the private sector. And this particular session is a good testament of government coming out and reaching out to private sector and saying, look, can we work together to be able to spur economic development and, of course, grow the sector. So Kenya's NASA and space sector has the necessary ingredients to support significant job creation and economic development through, number one, attracting foreign direct investment into the sector and pinned on the competitive advantage that the country has. We have a number of advantages: strategic equatorial location, clear skies and low radio frequency interference, especially in the northern area of Kenya. We have significant share of venture capital that comes to Kenya if you are to compare it to other African nations, where we currently account for over around 20% of all VC funding is coming to Kenya. We have a very, very vibrant startup ecosystem, and VIFA, we are part of the broader startup ecosystem in Kenya. And of course, lastly, in terms of an advantage is a cost-competitive workforce and infrastructure, both within space, the space ecosystem and the broader innovation ecosystem. The second area in terms that gives us Kenya an advantage, or the space sector an advantage in terms of supporting socioeconomic development, is we've seen M-Pesa, we've seen ride-hailing apps being a leverage or a fulcrum that allows for other sectors to be able to grow. So we also see that the space sector has the potential to be a fulcrum to be able to unlock other sectors. And of course, what we've seen from global practice is creation of jobs and economic opportunities, unlocking productivity of other sectors, saving precious resources in terms of being able to do assignments differently, creating new revenue streams to existing private sector, as well as supporting both county and national government. So you can see that the sector in itself can be able to create jobs directly as is global best practice, but also can be able to unlock other sectors. And I think these are the conversations that, of course, we hope to be able to the partner agency with immense support from Hilary Kipkoskei, acting DG and CEO, together with the KSIIF to get the summit. Also, British Commission and all other parts have been able to publish on this. So, from 2025, themed unlocking the value of space technology for economic transformation, seeks to promote innovation and investment in the space ecosystem as a driver of socio-economic development, of course, in Kenya through the medium-term plan, which is called the MTP4, or the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. So they say that Rome was not built in a day. Here is me trying to be a bit philosophical. So Rome was not built in a day, and a long journey starts with one step. So even as we are coming to this forum, we're setting our sight on the big goal of growing the sector, underpinned on KSA ecosystem maturity assessment, as well as the 2023-2027 strategic plan. We are also looking for practical ways in which we can be able to build the ecosystem. So we are looking at simple activities and asking ourselves the question is, what can we do in the next 3 months to ensure that we're able to move the needle? So we have a number of, we've been able to engage different stakeholders within the space ecosystem. And of course, they've been able to give us some ideas in terms of direction. some of the activities that I think we've received in terms of feedback, and of course we are open to more feedback, is having a data sharing framework. So again, based on conversations with different stakeholders, there is data that is already there, and I think the gentleman from ISA had indicated that there is an overload of data, but it's not being optimally used. So again, I'll read us a verse from the Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 12. It says, "For just as the body is one and has many members, and all members of the body, though many are one body, as it is with Christ." So the lesson here is that we can pick is, of course, all of us have different roles that we play within the space innovation ecosystem, as well as the broader innovation system, all share a common goal. Supporting youth in terms of getting jobs, economic opportunities, and supporting private and public sector to use space technology for the development of the economy. With those few remarks, I want to say God bless you, God bless Kenya, and God bless Africa. Asante.
All right, thank you very much. Round of applause again for Victor.
Yeah, that's a very detailed speech, especially in the afternoon after lunch. Yeah, look at your neighbor, tell them, what have you gotten from this speech? If they start telling you about their history, you know, I went to school this place, just know they were not paying attention, okay? But it's very, very important, the things that is highlighted. The space ecosystem holds so much potential to transform this country for the better. And when we talk about space in Kenya,
Yes. Yeah.
there's one man that is held responsible. You know, if anything happens, if we point a finger to somebody as a nation, if anything happens in space, for us as a country, we'll point to this one man.
That one man.
That one man.
That one man.
And he's about to address us and to welcome us, because without also his support, we wouldn't be able to converge here as a whole to bounce ideas, to make sure that the system and the sector is growing. So
Definitely.
who should we be expecting to speak to us, Steve?
Today, we're expecting to speak to the one and only the CEO of the Kenya Space Agency, a very well-known man when it comes to space, an electrical engineer by profession. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, you should be already giving a round of applause to Brigadier Hilary Kipkoskei.
Brigadier.
Come on.
We love the walk. Very succinct.
Powerful walk.
The floor is yours. The speakers are recognizing your presence, sir. We'll force our able brigadier to project sound. Can you guys hear me at that end? Okay, start praying for the sound system so that it comes back online. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Brigadier Kipkoskei. Sir, the floor is yours. In the meantime, as we sort the sound issue, is that fine? Okay, thank you.
I'll try to project my voice. I hope I can be heard at the end there. Very good. I assure you, it was not me that caused that problem. And I intended on everybody hearing me. Thank you very much, MCs. Thank you very much, Victor, for setting that context. And you've actually made my work very easy because you've said it all. And it therefore makes my work as simple as just introducing the keynote speaker who will deliver the official opening remarks. I'm assuring you that you are dealing with pretty much a civilian